Chloe picked this out, and someone called Elon
you
Musk.
picked it out and tweeted it, and
Yes.
and then someone called Elon Musk tweeted it.
Someone called Elon Musk shared this tweet from someone called Darren Grimes, never heard of him. And Elon Musk says the only reason to ban voter ID is to commit voting fraud. Same blue playbook there as in here, which is obviously the United States of America. And it was from this tweet that I had posted in which I said, Keir Starmer's Labour are dropping voter ID laws, meaning your parcel at the post office is more secure than your vote, giving millions of foreigners the right to vote and allowing children to vote too. Make no mistake, this is a blatant attempt to keep them in power. And I said it was chilling. And just to give you a very brief overview, this is all part of first of all, you've got the abolition of voter ID that the Tories passed. You've got millions of foreign nationals being added into the franchise, so they will get a vote, and also votes at 16 and 17, of course. That adds 700,000 young people, which primarily vote for the Labour Party. And this is all ahead of course, elections being cancelled in May because councils are being expanded, basically merged into unitary authorities, bigger authorities, to actually ensure, because apparently there are in certain wards, in certain councils, there aren't enough council taxpayers, so you can't pay social care bills. So the idea is that you expand them, and that way you can. But that, to me, actually just dilutes democracy, and I'm not sure that's good. I think power, where it can be, ought to be devolved as close to the individual as possible. But that's a separate debate. And anyway, I see this as deeply anti-democratic, and I see this as an attempt for Labour to rig the next election because they're going to do very poorly. I do. And Elon Musk agreed.
It sounds. Look, I know that this is in the Daily Mail, and to say they're going to rig the election sounds like a big splashy title. But I genuinely think that is what they are trying to do. I completely agree with Elon that the only reason why you would want to get rid of voter ID is so that you can commit voter fraud. We've got enough of a problem as it is with postal votes in this country causing problems. We've got faith in democracy at pretty much all-time low in this country because people keep on asking their politicians for things and they just do not deliver for them. It feels like going to the ballot box is almost pointless. We ask for lower immigration, for example, time and time again. Never happens. Ask for lower taxes time and time again. Never happens. And then, if they do this as well, it is just going to be a complete slap in the face to the British public. And, why my suggestion to Keir Starmer is, why don't you win over the public and win an election by actually doing a good job, by actually sorting out the mess in this country, rather than thinking, oh God, we're doing bad in the polls, let's just rig it. And it's three different things going on here. And if you look at the numbers, I think it could actually have quite a significant effect on the electoral prospects, because it's not just the voter ID thing. It's 5 million foreign nationals being given the vote. That is a huge number, which could have a significant impact on their electoral prospects. And they're all going to vote for Labour, let's be honest, most of them at least. And then you've got kids being given the vote, and I think it says in that article 700,000 each year will be added to the electorate as a consequence of that. And we know that young people predominantly vote for the Labour Party. This is obviously massively going to work in their favour, and I think it's absolutely appalling. And I think it goes back into what we were saying earlier, in that Keir Starmer I think this shows him to be quite a nasty individual. He is willing to completely undermine democracy in order to suit himself. Exactly. If I was a politician, no matter how desperately I wanted to be Prime Minister, I would never rig an election for my own gain. Like,
Can
what
But
an
you
I
see
just
that
check?
immoral
on
thing to do.
Brexit. You see that on Brexit, what he did on Brexit. You see that on the way in
Mhm.
which he lied to the Labour membership in order to win the party nomination for the leadership. You see that in the fact that he lied in his general election manifesto. He lied to British farmers, saying that he wouldn't come after them. He lied to pensioners, saying he wouldn't come after them. The man is a compulsive liar. So I have absolutely no doubt that this is him rigging the system because he doesn't trust the ballot box. He is a technocrat. That's why he loves Brussels so much, because he likes power being removed from people, not actually people taking back control. And that's a slogan he started to use, the menacing little shit. Anyway, Connie, sorry.
Can I just check that? So before the Tories introduced voter ID, which I am in favour for, when you turn up to a polling station, you have to tell the person your address, and they tick you off a list. That's what happens.
Yeah, your
That's-
name, and then they'll ask your address. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so would that mean that these 5 million foreign nationals, assuming they all have addresses, they're just not a British citizen yet, they have somewhere where they live, will their addresses, why would their addresses be on the list if we,
Yeah, to
are
be
They
you
would.
clear,
No, no,
I
They
can
would
it's
actually
have to
I can
be.
two
no,
different
to be clear,
things.
I can actually already vote in a UK election and I'm not a UK citizen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
okay?
well, yeah, but I think this is EU citizens and all these other, all these every other Tom, Dick,
I
and
know
Harry.
Australians are the good ones. I get that. But this
Mm.
is like I
No,
think it is actually
actually, no.
outrageous that
Australians that are in this country are not good. They tend to be
No,
very
it's,
left
it's
wing.
Commonwealth. It's
oh,
Commonwealth. So if you're a British citizen or a Commonwealth citizen, then you are allowed to vote. If you're a foreign
look,
national of any other type, then you are not allowed to vote. I
Deported.
mean, Jacob Rees-Mogg says in that article, he says he doesn't think that, he thinks that the Commonwealth rule is outdated and we shouldn't let people
Yeah,
like
I
Will
yeah,
vote.
agree. I agree.
to be clear, I don't think I should be allowed to vote in a UK election. I'm not a
Okay.
citizen of your country. Of course, I shouldn't be allowed. I think this is absolutely wrong. This measure, but there is already a problem here where I can be in your country and vote for your government. And I
Yeah,
think
I
it goes
agree
to
with
this.
Jacob Rees-Mogg that that Commonwealth rule is a little bit outdated. But I
But
think just going back to what Connie was saying, I think Connie was a bit confused in that um, this issue about voter ID is separate to them saying they're going to allow foreign nationals to now vote in this country. We're not saying that by getting rid of voter ID, suddenly 5 million people are going to turn up to the voting booth without ID. Those being foreign nationals. These are They're three different things they're doing. One, get rid of voter ID. Two, allow foreign nationals to vote, and three, allow
Oh,
16 to
so they're
17-year-olds to
explicitly
vote.
saying that foreign nationals will be able to vote.
Yes.
Yes,
Wow. Okay, I did
They
not
already
realise
can.
that. Because I'm not gonna.
5
Not
million
all
of
of
I
them.
them.
thought
Not
it
all
was
of
just
them.
getting rid. Oh, sorry.
Only.
I genuinely thought you just meant that if we got rid of voter ID, this would allow foreign nationals to vote because we didn't have a secure enough system. But that
No,
is, yeah, that is.
Foreign nationals can already vote.
In the
I know
from the Commonwealth.
Commonwealth ones.
Yes, guys, but that is still a foreign national by definition. I know I'm the nice kind of white, kind of, kind of good type of foreign national, but, guys, it's already happening. And it goes to this sort of identity crisis this country has where, again, I feel like occasionally in this country, I'm the one who is defending what is, I think, at least once, the greatest country in human history. And it is a country which has lost confidence in itself.
Hmm.
It says, oh, well, okay, we'll let these sorts of people who maybe kind of live in Tuvalu or live in, Nauru or whatever other kind of Commonwealth kind of, little outposts can vote for us. This is a country that has lost faith in itself. And this is coming from an Australian. Like, I still want to beat you in the ashes and all that stuff, but you have lost faith in yourself as a country, and we need to get that confidence back, or else this country is not going to rediscover it. And that
Yeah.
is terrifying to me, let alone to someone who is a British citizen.
Yeah, we need to take away the votes of foreigners. I think we can all agree on that. Case,
The thing is, if you talk to people who are a little bit out, they step outside the bubble for a minute, they see it. Will sees it. When I talk to Americans, they all see it. They're like, what are you guys doing to your country? But some people who are just, they're here and they're wrapped up in it all, they don't quite realise what's happening.
How do I pronounce this? Is it Curse 10 on
Probably
YouTube?
short for Kirsty.
Kirsty sent £20 in a super
Maybe.
chat and thanks me
Very
for raising
kind.
money for Lieutenant Colonel Mark Teaton, who was of course stabbed last year near Brompton Barracks, and the trial starts on January the 20th, and we at Reasoned will do more on that coverage and cover that, because I think what happens is this horrible cycle where these things happen and then they're never spoken about again, and the trials take so long that we're forgetting about them. Foggy has a question for the Australian. Why is Sky News in Australia so much better than the UK? You don't need the Australian to answer that question. I can answer that for you. I'm on Sky News Australia in about an hour's time. And the answer is because they're not regulated. They can say whatever the hell they want. They don't have an Ofcom. They can chat as freely as all of us have spoken, as freely as we've been able to. I've sworn, I've done whatever I want. I'm not saying you it's a nice thing to be able to swear, but to just say something without having to balance it with some psychotic leftist, that's they don't have to do that. So that's why it's better. It's pretty simple, really. Still watching? Well, I've got a quick ask for you. Recent UK, we're fighting the woke brigade and inspiring young Brits, but we need your help to go bigger. We're hosting a fundraiser and would love you to sign up and share the link on the big day. It's easy, it makes a massive impact, and there are prizes for top fundraisers. Click the Google form in the description to join us. Cheers very much. Let's keep going together.